Hello, everybody. My name is Dumb Curiosity 17. If you wonder when I got that name from, I got him because that was my first gamer tag that I had, I don't know, 2004, 2005, I think, around that time. I want you guys to know me, who I am, what I do. I opened this channel, Stellar Games, because I started playing Star Trek Online, and I started doing a lot of videos on that. And I was catching up on games that I have come up, and because I like single story mode games and that kind of stuff. And I replayed the entire Metal Gear saga. And this video is about Metal Gear. This video is about my 2 cents on Metal Gear 5, which I think is a great game. Maybe 10, 11 years after it came out. I got to play it now. A lot of information was out there on the internet. A lot of guys through walkthroughs and whatnot. But this video is not about that. This video is about what the future of Metal Gear should be. I got an extensive knowledge of the gaming industry, and because I have worked, I also have an extensive lore collection, comic books. I'm an artist myself. I do drawings, I do paintings, I do art all the time. Anime, manga, comic book, you name it. You go ask me about it all you want. I'll tell you. And about the Metal Gear future, now that Metal Gear Delta is coming up, it's being announced and Konami's not part of it, which is, well, it's also an opportunity. The Hideo is not there. Sorry, not Konami, Hideo. But Hideo Kojima and not being there is an opportunity, I think, to look into the Metal Gear lore a little bit, and it has a creator, so somebody that creates on a daily basis, somebody that is always thinking creative ways of how to do things, because of my line of work. I say that the future lies more on a new story. I think the story arc of Snake and Big Boss is done. It's closed after Metal Gear 5 because it closed the circle. It closed everything. It tied every loose end. Maybe not all of them, but the main ones at least, the most important ones, the things that they really wanted you to pay attention to. And I think the future could be more linked to, I'll say, if it were up to me, I would set it around nowadays and take the events of the last maybe 10 years of our politics and 10 years of our world events that has occurred in the last 10 years since 2010 and try to develop a game on that period all the way down, maybe 3 games, and centered it around that and the conflicts, and you can act the fictional part, I guess, of the Metal Gear and the nukes, and you can get creative with that, and then you already got the Fox engine. All you have to do is, if I'm honest, the Fox engine is okay, but it can use a tune-up. It can also be expanded a little bit to do maybe a little bit more, and then I'm not sure about the mother base system. Maybe they could do something about it when Mother Base can be a little bit more interactive. And it would be awesome if in one of these future games, imagine if you could just write a Metal Gear and destroy everything. That would be awesome. As a player, it's chaos. And you just run wild. You can face the morality of whether you use it or not, and then do it. And do chaos, because it will make a fun video to do anyway. But you bring the stories of the past 10 years and the political unstableness that we be having so much. You add a little bit of lore, conspiracy there, and then you put a little bit of fiction in there. And I think you can come up with a really compelling story to tell a new age or a new arc of Metal Gear. And take it to a more realistic environment, but also more engaging. And also more, I'll say, reliable to our day-to-day life. And if you can add the lore, where take this idea of Metal Gear and just add this lore that what happened before in the last 10 years had to do because somebody was doing something in part of the world, somebody's running in their friends, and then you got a story to tell, and you mix it up with new armaments, new technology that we have, military and non-military, and you got a more engaging interactive game and story and a new arc. And then it's like always, you can have a beginning and you have an end. How you get there, then you can go from there. It's kind of like wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I was a wrestler for a time too, down in Florida, just in case if you're wondering about that. And part of being creative on that aspect is usually they book it backwards. They book the end, and then they go backwards to the beginning. Or you can do the beginning, and then you can know exactly how it ends, and then you can leave it to the creators, to the wrestlers, to get to the end, knowing the end. So this is something that can be done in that style, knowing the beginning, where you want to start it, let's say beginning in 2010, where you want to end it, maybe COVID. You can use that. I know it sounds a little bit morbid, but it would be awesome if COVID had to do with something with Metal Gear. Since Metal Gear 5 had a biological weapon sort of introduced. That would be a new way of doing Metal Gear Solid. No more nuclear weapons. Let's say they're irrelevant. Because in reality, they will be irrelevant nowadays when you can have a biological weapon that can destroy the whole population and keep the infrastructure intact and resources for you to take. So I think that would be an interesting way of where the future Metal Gear should go. But I don't know if without Hideo would make any sense. I feel like somebody will make it sense or make it work. Would be him. His track record of merging reality with fiction is amazing in his games. But maybe we can give a try to a new creator, a new writer, somebody that has talent and can do that. I don't have that talent. I can give you an idea, but somebody, up and comer, they would take it to a new level. Risk. Sometimes it's worth risking, trying, see what works, and if you're not, you go back to what works. That's how we did in wrestling. You try new ideas. If it didn't work, you go back to where it works, and nobody even care. They forgot about what didn't work because what working is relevant. So that's my 2 cents on Metal Gear 5 and the future of Metal Gear. I hope they can patch things up with Hideo, because I think they're in the business side of things. There's money to be made. They can be made now. There has been a resurgence. But that's my 2 cents since I played it and finished it, and I'm around 92% completion. I try to hit that 100%, which I think I will around tomorrow. Let me know in your comments what you think. With this new future in my head, what's the future of Metal Gear Solid? What would make sense to you guys? Do you want to see go back to World War II? Which I don't think is a good idea, because we already have so much World War II games. Like, yes, you tell the story about the boss, but we have so many World War II games that is already this is a story that was already being told. We already know in video games. There's nothing new to it. There's adding nothing new. The history's there, and fictionally, and what you can add is been done, and it's just going to be a copy of something else that was reminiscence a long time ago. Or you can just then do something innovative and new and have it in the future. Or during this time, present time, which will make it a little bit more scarier. And like I said, I like the plot of using the COVID, but that was like a plot and a biological weapon. That can happen. In a video game wise, it can be used. It has been used before, but not as much as not as much as they used to. I think Call of Duty did it at one point, but let's see what's the future. Let me know in the comments. Let me know your opinions. Don't forget to hit subscribe and a like, and let me know what you think of Metal Gear 5. And also, I'm fixing to do a walkthrough to Resident Evil 4. I just got the game. I'm just getting caught up on all my games. Let me know what would you like me to try in Resident Evil 4 as well. And I'm also going to give you my 2 cents on this remakes. I already did Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. About to play the 4, and then I'll give you my 2 cents on the remake and where Resident Evil 4 where they want to go with that. Because they're the opposite of Metal Gear. They already know too much biologicals with weapons. So, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and have a good day and enjoy your life. And everything happened for a reason, even if you don't understand it. Everything happened for a reason. I learned that through the course of my life. So keep your head cool, your mind straight, and let the ground shake, and then you walk after it stops. Thank you and have a good day.